Welcome students. So today we are going to develop a game that is the rock, paper and scissor. Normally we call this as a stone, paper, scissor. So I'm calling it as rock, paper, scissor. That's one and the same thing. So I really don't have to explain you what exactly this game is because every one of us play this game. So we know the rules of this particular game. And we are going to develop this particular game with we are going to have one player and the player is going to play with the computer. Okay, so that is the game. So basically you're going to play the game with the computer. So let us begin. We are going to have certain functions, and the name of my function, the first function is the main function, and this particular function is where all that execution of the game is going to take place. Okay, so I'm going to leave two spaces and I'm going to say def display message. So this is a function which I'm going to use to you know display the initial message, and I'm going to use some of the comments over here. That is a function display message to display the message, to display the initial message or a welcome message, you can say welcome message or okay, welcome message, that's okay. Okay, so let us just quickly write the message. So I'm going to say print welcome to the game, welcome to the games, that is rock, paper and scissor. Okay, that's good. And what we can do is we can give certain rules of playing the game. So you can give some message like you have to choose between, that is R, which stands for rock, P, which stands for paper, and S, which stands for scissor. Okay, and the user is going to choose one option. Okay, and that option we are going to use as initial beginning of the game. Okay, so let us have something like choice and I will say input. That's it. So this message is anyway going to get displayed, or I can simply copy this and put this into the input, even that is okay. Let me just quickly do that. Okay, you have to choose between rock, paper and scissor, that is R, P, S. So user is going to basically input R, P or S. Okay, and I'm going to leave this as it is. Okay, so this is a pie charm, so it is asking me to leave two lines. Okay, so that's the main function which is going to run the game, and this is the function to display the initial message. Let us leave it as it is. If there is any changes required, we are going to do that. So let us have one more function, and the function will be, that is I will say this as a display item, and you're going to know what exactly this is. Okay, so I'm going to say choice over here, and I'm going to say if choice, if it is, I'm going to use the upper also over here. This is because in case the user gives the lowercase letter, still we are going to convert that into uppercase and we're going to compare it with R. So if it is R, I'm going to print rock. Okay, and I'm going to say if choice dot upper, if it is equal to P, then I'm going to print, that is paper. Okay, if the user gives that, and if choice, if it is equal to upper equal to S, so I'm going to print that is scissor. Okay, so that's a display item function is going to do for me. And then I'm going to write one more function, and name of the function will be check result. So I'm going to take the input from the user and the input from the computer, and then I'm going to check between the human and the computer, and that those are two parameters. And I'm going to say human if human dot, I'm going to convert that into an upper, equal to r. And so if human is going to choose r, that is rock, and the computer is going to choose, if the computer will choose scissor, so in that case I'm going to print that computer 1, isn't it? Because I'm going to say that the human has 1, because human has the rock and the computer has scissor, so human will win the game. And if human, so I'm going to just copy all this now, and we are going to check the conditions over here. So if human has r and computer has, okay, let us go for all the situations where the human can win the game. So if human has, paper, and the computer has r, that is rock, still the human is going to win the game, right? I'm going to copy this and paste this. Give one extra space to make PyCharm happy. And there is going to be one more situation, if, and I'm going to copy the same condition. So what is going to be the same? So what change do I need to make over here is, uh, if this is S and this is P, right? So still the human is going to win the game. The human won. And then let me just copy all this. Okay, I'm going to do it one by one. If, so we're going to have 3 more conditions. Now we're going to do the reverse of this. So if human is R and computer is S, so I'm going to say, then I'm going to say computer 1. And then again the same, the second condition, if human is P and the computer is R, so if human is P and okay, this, if this is okay, so I need to change this. If this as S, if I'm not wrong, and this as P, this as R. So I'm going to switch this S over here and R over here. So S and R, then computer wins, because if human has scissor and the computer has rock, so in that case what is going to happen? Computer is going to win. And the next situation is I need to have R out here, okay, and P out here, right? So if human has a rock and the computer has P, in that case computer is going to win the game. And at last, elif, copy and paste it. So 1 2 3, and this is going to be over here. I'm going to have P and over here S. So again the computer is going to win the game, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so as per the rules, we have just set up the things, and let me just add a comment out here. Check result will check for the result who check or will check who won the game, and then these are the conditions. So let us quickly go through it once again. So if human has rock and the computer has scissor, so human is going to win. Then if human has paper and the computer has rock, okay, so still human wins. Then if human has the scissor and the computer has paper, human wins. And then if human has scissor and computer has paper, then okay, over here, if human has the scissor and computer has the rock, so in that case the computer wins. And if human has rock and the computer has paper, then computer wins. And if human has paper and computer has scissor, obviously the computer is going to win. So these are the situations that we have. Okay, these are the conditions that we need to check. So that's the function check result. Okay, now what we're going to have is, okay, now let us do the coding for the main function. So display message, and I'm going to give a call to main from here. So this is the first line of the main program, right? And this is going to call to the function. It is going to jump over here, and the first thing I'm going to do is call to the display message method, I mean the function. So it is going to you know display this message, that is welcome to game, that is rock paper and scissor. And or else I'm just going to remove this, keep this as a single message, and going to display this out here. Okay, or I can put this inside a while loop, make this as true, and then accept this. So this is going to be an infinite loop basically. And so remove parenthesis. Okay, we don't require parenthesis in Python. Then what I'm going to do is, now I have accepted the input from the user and given it to the choice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept the computer, what the computer is going to choose. Okay, so I'm going to call this as human choice and call this as computer choice. And then how computer is going to randomly going to choose it. And for that, what I need to do is I'm going to have a list that is called as options. Options is equal to, let us have the list, and I'm going to have, that is R, S and P, capital P. Okay, so that's the list. And then what I need to do is I need to use the random, that is import random module, and I'm going to say random dot, I'm going to use the choice function, which is going to choose one sequence from this list. So I'm going to say options out here. Okay, looks good to me. So that's the method, basically choice method of the random function, which is going to randomly choose one item from this. Okay, I'm going to give space to make the PyCharm happy. Okay, and I'm going to give one more space to make PyCharm happy, so it's now happy. Over here there is a too much of space, so I'm going to remove some space, and now you can see the PyCharm got happy. So I have both the options now, from the human side and from the computer side. And then what I need to do is, okay, then what I need to do is, okay, check condition, isn't it? So I'm going to say check result, I mean to say, and I'm going to pass the human choice and the computer choice. Okay, and this is going to display the message. So, and after that, what we are going to do is okay, let us put this in a continuous loop, and there might be certain situations where both of them have the same, the same value, that is a rock or Caesar or paper. So I'm going to give a else part and going to print over here in the in the check result. I'm going to say it is a tie. Okay, play again. Okay, so what we can do is, unless and until the user, somebody wins, the game will continue. Or what we can do is we can have a value that is q, and if the user gives q as the input, then the game is going to stop. So we can do it that way also. So what we can do is choice, and so I'm going to have one more function out here, and that is def, that is for bad data. Okay, bad data is basically going to handle invalid inputs. I'm going to simply say that invalid input and program halts. If you give invalid input, the program is going to halt. And I'm going to say system dot that is sys, one more sys, and then I'm going to say sys dot exit. Okay, and just give 0 out here. So this is going to halt the program basically. Okay, this particular at the exit method of the sys module. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to check if um, check result. Okay, what I'm going to do is, if human choice dot upper, if it is equal to r, or human choice dot upper if it is equal to p, or human choice, okay, dot upper if it is equal to s. Okay, then we can check the result, and else what I'm going to do is, I'm going to if I'm going to check whether human choice, if it is equal to dot upper if it is equal to q. Okay, if it is q, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to call sys dot exit, which is going to halt the program. And lastly, I'm going to call the else part. In else part, I'm going to call the bad data. Okay, and we can give that option out here. Okay, enter q to, we can do that in the message, that is display message. So display message was over here. Okay, there's something wrong with this indentation, so I'm going to copy this and paste it. and I'm going to say you can enter Q to quit the program or quit the game. Okay, and then this loop is again going to run, and display item is something I did not call, so I'm going to call this function, that is display item. Okay, display item, and human is going to enter, and then what exactly computer has. Okay, I'm going to call over here, not over here, this is after checking the condition. I'm going to say display item, and I'm going to say human choice, and over here I will say that print human has. Okay, and I'm going to keep the cursor on the same line, so human has comma, and then it is going to be whatever the item. If it is R, it is going to display human has rock. Okay, this is what it is going to do. And then again I'm going to say print computer has, and I'm going to end this with a null string, and again the same display item, and over here this was human choice, over here I'm going to say the computer choice. Okay, looks good to me. Let us run this. We're going to have some errors. Oh, it did not have any errors. Okay, so I had the first message, that is welcome to game rock paper scissor. You can enter Q to quit the game. I'm going to say R, and it says okay, computer won because human has rock and computer has paper. So in that case you can see that computer has won, but I should be displaying these two items first and then the who actually won the game. So I'm going to stop this, or I'm going to say Q, and that is going to end the program. And so before I basically display the result, so check result. Okay, so I'm going to copy all this and going to paste this over here, and that is going to solve the problem. So let us run this one more time, and if I say R, so human has rock and computer has Scissor. Okay, so human has one. Okay, that's good. I'm going to say S. Human has, you can see S, that is Scissor, and computer also has Scissor, so it is a tie, play again. So it is working perfectly fine. I take this time as P, and human has paper, computer has a rock, so human won. And then I'm going to say again R, human has rock, computer has paper, so computer won. Now I'm going to give some lowercase, that is R again. So human has rock, computer has Scissor, so human won. So human is winning all the time. Human has rock, computer has rock, it is a tie. Human has rock, computer has rock, again tie. Okay, I give B. So human has paper, computer has rock, human won. And human has paper, computer again human won. That's good. Okay, this time computer won. Okay, so human has paper and computer has Scissor, so computer wins. And if I give Q, okay, it is going to quit. Okay, so this is the rock paper and Scissor game for you. You can go ahead and develop it just like what I did it, and please give proper comments to your program. Without giving proper comments, the program is not complete. So always you need to give proper comments to your program. So I leave that to you. Okay, so give proper comments for every wherever it is necessary basically. Okay, So that's rock, paper, and scissor game for you. It's quite easy it was, isn't it? So let us meet again tomorrow. Bye for now.